Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you'll meet an amazing young lady with a contagious smile, and she's going to tell us about an event that we'll all want to attend. That's next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, if the pandemic taught any of us anything, it's about adapting to the changes that life brings you. And I can't think of anybody more courageous and with a brighter smile than my next guest, Bailey Niccole. She's an adaptive athlete. Thank you for coming on the show. And Becky Compton, she is the organizer of a 5K rock and roll color run. So thank you both for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
All right, let's start with you, Bailey. So tell us a little bit about your journey.
Well, I woke up about a year ago, January 1st, and my legs were basically paralyzed from my waist down.
Wow.
And I just started doing sports to keep my mental health better.
Yeah. Now, you told me when this first happened to you, you kind of depressed and you were staying at home.
Yes. I was in my bed 24/7 and not wanted to get up because I was like, well, what is there to do if I'm in a chair? And I didn't realize there were so many sports and things people with disabilities can do.
Sure. Well, I want to tell people more about your situation, and it's called EDS, and we've got a graphic that we want to put up on the screen. Tell us about EDS.
Basically, if you meet somebody with EDS, they're very loosey-goosey with their joints and joint pain, hypermobile. Normally, if they have there's multiple types of EDS, but mine's hypermobile type.
Yes. All right. Now we want to get Becky into the conversation. You guys have known each other for a long time. Becky, tell us your story.
I met Bailey at high school. I was her homeroom mom, and I liked Bailey right away. She was beautiful and vibrant as then as now. And we became friends on Facebook at that time, and so I was able to follow her story after she graduated. And that's when I realized she had this progressive illness. I was not aware of that when we knew each other before, because she adapted very well at that time, and it had not progressed very far. So she was posting that she was having surgeries, and she was needing help, and she was doing GoFundMes and that kind of thing, and I felt inclined to help her. I didn't know how, and somehow this 5K thing came into my mind, and so we have pursued that together, and we're partnering on every aspect of this. It's going to be a fun event.
And Bailey, when she reached out to you, were you surprised?
Kind of, yes.
I think it's awesome, and it's clearly a God thing. We're going to show some pictures of you playing sports. You are a very competitive but fun athlete, so it's not like when you're competing, it's not like you're going for the kill every time, right?
No.
Okay. And what kind of sports are you participating in?
WCMX, which is wheelchair motocross, tennis, and I also do swimming.
Wow.
And adaptive water skiing, which is very fun.
Well, tell me about the kind of the healing properties of competing, because you said before you were in bed and kind of depressed. Getting out really changed things, didn't it?
Yes. Yeah, when my friend Skylar introduced me to all of the sports, that's when I started. I was like, kept pushing it off, and then I just started going, and I can't stop going.
I love it. I want to talk about your smile, because you've been smiling since you got here. You do have a really amazing smile. Where does that come from?
I don't know. I never stop smiling. Even when I'm crying, I'm always smiling.
Was this like what she was like when she was little?
She's always been happy and just a joy to be around. She's a light, and that's why it's so great to be able to help her and work with her on this. So.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this 5K coming up, and we're going to put a graphic up on TV. It's a flyer. I love the rock and roll color run. So you can walk, you can run, you can roll. Have you ever done one of these things before?
I participated one time in a 5K myself and came in last. Just so happy to finish. They were all cheering because we finished. But that at this park, at River Legacy Park, and it is beautiful. It's perfect. We have completely paved 5K route there, a gazebo for the vendors. We'll have vendors, and so it will be fun.
And it's open to athletes and non-athletes. I mean, you don't have to actually,
Anyone.
Anybody. Bring your dog.
Yes. Dog friendly. We are dog lovers at the event.
I love it. I love it. Tell me more. Is there food available? Will people be able to eat something?
Yeah, there's food. We'll be providing water. Lots of vendors. So if you want to shop, there will be vendors.
That's awesome. That's very cool. How did you choose this park?
It's local, and because the track is all paved, and we want wheelchair participants to feel at home and be able to easily participate. So, and it's just a beautiful park.
Yes.
So.
And it's May 22nd, so we've got about a month, right?
Yes, sir.
That's really cool. And by then, I'm sure the weather's going to be absolutely gorgeous. It'll be a great day. We only have about a minute left, so Bailey, the floor is yours. What would you like people to know about the 5K and life in general?
Just try to stay positive. Whenever you feel like you can't do things, there's always a way to adapt to your surroundings.
Becky, what have you learned from being around Bailey?
Stay positive, and there's no excuse not to at least try. And she is a model for that. She has that spirit. Her smile reflects that. And so that's something that she's teaching me. I appreciate it so much.
That's beautiful. We're going to end by putting up the website so people can go online and register. It's rockandroll5kforbailey.com. And congratulations on you both. This is a great undertaking, and what a great cause. Thank you both.
Thank you.
You bet. And that's it for now. We'll see you next time.